Hello, here's a guide on how to get pets for your characters. A small disclaimer, this guide will mostly cover heroic worlds, so some things are a tiny bit different in interactive worlds. I've made a written guide that I will link in the description below. It goes into more detail about pet skills and their tradeability. Pets are a common concern for newer and even returning players, so let's start off with the free pets and then we'll go over the purchasable ones. Newly created characters have access to both a snail pet and Puffram. The snail comes from a mysterious cryptic gift box found in the Use tab. It has a fixed total duration of 5 hours, so make sure to unequip it whenever you don't need it to pause the timer. Here's a trick, never ever feed the snail so that if you happen to AFK and forget to unequip it, it will just eventually despawn on its own. On the other hand, Puffram has a 3-day duration no matter if you unequip it or not. This type of duration applies to most pets in the game. Puffram's pretty nice for newer characters since it offers auto potion. It will automatically use potions for you whenever your health or MP reaches a certain threshold. More detail about pet skills in a link written guide. If you happen to play during a burning event, a 30-day snail is usually one of the early rewards for burning characters. This one is slightly different from the previous one. It has a few perks, but it unfortunately doesn't have auto buff. New classes or revamped ones often get their own set of pets that luckily come with useful pet skills. Lara, for example, came out with a mountain kid pet. Callie came out with her own pet. The Destiny revamp got a whole box of 3 pets. So make sure to participate in those warm-up or time-limited events, if only for the legacy aspect of those pets. Most big events offer a pet of some sort. The Fairy Bros Golden Giveaways is a recurring check-in event that usually offers a choice of pets early on. Some events even offer 2 or 3 pets. Identis had a little Anki pet and a secret Okia and Toei pet set as a reward for completing a gem quest. Always make sure to read the patch notes so you don't miss out on any of those hidden mission pets. Vac Pets are special pets with wide looting range similar to a vacuum. Major updates often have 1 or sometimes even 2 CCPBs, which has been the most common event Vac Pet till now. It is sometimes even given during a sunny Sunday. It looks like an adorable cotton candy pink bean and lasts 30 days, after which it cannot be revived. What's nice about all these recurring or seasonal event pets is that most of them come with auto buff, which is an overall major QOL. Once you start working on your account, you'll notice you might not have enough pets for all of your characters. Once you're higher level and a bit stronger, consider Black Hearts. Defeat either normal or hard Hela for a chance at a pet box. The box has a chance of containing either a pet or the earrings for the pet, which you can unfortunately only dispose of in the incinerator in Genesis. You can only hold 1 box at a time in your inventory, so there isn't much point in running the boss every day for normal mode or every week for hard mode since the pet lasts 90 days. Keep in mind that you could get really unlucky and only get earrings for a month straight. Blackheart is pretty convenient for looting, but it doesn't come with auto buff. 3 times a day, you can tackle Ninja Castle PQ. You might need a bit of drop rate for this one, but the Gigatoad boss at the end has a chance of dropping a Toad pet coupon, which are actually stackable in the used inventory, unlike the Blackheart boxes. I will link a guide on how to go about the PQ in the description below. If all else fails, there's always Ursus. Most people run Ursus for the Mesos and the Masarayu buff, but there's actually a pet in Alicia's shop. It costs materials, which you can get after defeating Ursus, but it only lasts 7 days. Every once in a blue moon, MapleStory organizes what I would call social media giveaways. They recently had a partnership with a bubble tea shop where they offered customers a free Kino pet. When Pathfinder came out on MapleStory M, you could complete a few missions on mobile to earn a legacy turquoise pet on the PC version. Keep an eye out for those giveaways. And yeah, that pretty much sums up all the free pets that you can get in-game. Moving on to the purchasable ones. At any time, ordinary pets are always available for purchase in a cash shop, but you'll need to buy their pet skills separately. Wonderberry is a special cash shop update that happens maybe twice or maybe 3 times a year. They are randomized pet boxes with a chance of containing a permanent pet, which do not expire. The rates are always indicated on the website in a dedicated post, but you usually have about a 7.5% chance at obtaining a permanent pet. Perm pets are also sometimes obtainable through special boxes, but at a lower rate since an array of items can be obtained from those boxes. Unlike CCPB, there are some special Vac Pets that can actually be revived. They are made available maybe again twice or 3 times a year. Interactive worlds usually have different ones and are not available at the same time as the ones in heroic worlds. They are fairly expensive and last 90 days upon purchase, after which they work similarly to a monthly subscription if you choose to revive them with the dedicated Petite Luna Water of Life. And with that, we've gone through pretty much all the available pets in game and how to acquire them. So let's talk about some tips and tricks on how to manage your pets. If you main a character and a 1 pet is not cutting it, consider buying Pet Snack in the cash shop. You'll be able to have 3 pets out at the same time after talking to trainer Bardos. I personally play way too many characters and I can never have enough pets. Luckily, the reward shop and the cash shop offers a free monthly Water of Life. More info on how to acquire reward points in the written guide. I would recommend Staggering Pets so that you only have to revive one of them every month. For example, let's say my Ilium's wonky pet that I claimed back in March expires in June. I would claim another pet on my cane in April so that that one expires in July, and I would claim another pet on my Arc in May so that that one expires in August. Sounds overly complicated, but most pets last 90 days, so if you open them 1 month apart, you can usually get a free res every month and your characters will all keep their individual pets. If you play a lot of characters, getting a perm pet on at least one of them makes everything much easier to manage. Or if you farm a lot, Vac Pets might look very appealing to you. Buying pets is definitely not mandatory to play the game. You can get away with black hearts and even event pets for a very long time, but if you start running harder bosses on multiple characters, having auto buff is just such a major QOL. It all depends on your playstyle and just how much you play. One last point before we finish up, if you play a lot of classes from the same faction, you can easily transfer your pets from one character to another given that they are tradable. Check out the link guide for more info about pet tradability. I used to have pets that I would share between my Ilium and my Arc whenever I had to boss or train on them. They're both lower classes. I would always make sure to have black hearts on them in case I would be too lazy to just transfer their pets back. Some of my characters also have expired event pets if I ever need to revive them for auto buff. That's it for the pet guide. I hope this was useful. Happy mapling!